What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I am joined by my co-host, my sister off camera, Doris.
What's up?
My brother, Derek.
What's up?
And our friend, Dave.
What's going on?
And this week, we're going to be talking about The Penguin.
The Penguin.
The spinoff of the 2022's The Batman movie by Matt Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was it?
So it is continuing that story, and it actually takes place right after the movie.
1 week later.
Yeah, so pretty good. But this time we're following Oswald Cobb. No, Cobb.
Oh, Cobb.
Yeah.
They changed his name for some stupid reason. It's in my movie facts. I'm just like, this was unnecessary.
I do like that he go by like Oz, short for Oswald, which I was like, that's dope.
Cool.
But what was the purpose of changing that?
I think
like it just feels so incomplete. That's so dumb. I'm sorry.
No, I actually think it's a better fit for the time period that a movie comes in, and then in the comics originally he was already like a rich person, and that name fits like some British nobility Cobblepot.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have him coming from the streets here, could you imagine him growing up in the hood with the last name Cobblepot?
I mean, at some point someone's going to be poor, right? So they're like saying all of the Bezos must be rich because Bezos is rich.
No, but a lot of times people that came over, they would shorten their name. It like there's a standing for it. So here's the thing.
You added logic to that, but that's not why they changed it.
Okay. All right. I mean,
so you trying to like justify because Cobblepot sounds regal or whatever. So, but that's not why they did it.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to it on random movie facts.
So I'm like, everyone don't have, Cobblepot was fine. It was an unnecessary change.
But I mean, I do like, his street name being Oz, though. Like, I think that's dope.
But Oz Cobb?
Well, when you in the street, they don't call you by your last name. They just call you Oz.
You just call him Oz.
First of all, some people in the street do go by their last names.
Some of them do.
Or Cobb.
Cobblepot does it.
Like, I'm cool with shortening the first
Calling
name.
him
Cobb just sounds stupid.
Nah, that ain't mafia enough. Cobb. What's up, Cobb?
Neither is Cobblepot.
Right, yeah. But Oz, yeah.
Okay, I already said I have no issue with the Oz.
You can work with Oz.
Yeah, Oz is fine. It's all the other stuff that is nonsense.
Okay. All right. I mean, fair enough. I don't think, either way, I don't think it's a really big deal, his name.
It's unnecessary. And I don't agree with doing unnecessary things unnecessarily.
All right.
So
Doris is in the camp with the rest of the Batman fans who were very upset about this.
I mean, I don't like it.
I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me.
The show was good, so I guess I made up for it. The show was bad, and they did that. Then,
See, then he be ready to riot.
Yeah. Then we can riot. And you changed his name.
Yeah.
On top of that, change his name. That's why your show was bad.
Yeah, so we're following him. Obviously, Falcone.
Mm-hmm.
Falcone.
My bad. Was he in the Dark Knight series? Was it Falcone?
We asked this question when we reviewed the Batman, and I'm pretty sure in the show it's just Falcone.
Yeah,
it's just Falcone.
It's Falcone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
My suit is Falcone. Like one of my new suits that I bought. The brand was Falcone.
Is it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, or it's just some Italian guy.
Yeah, it's just some Italian guy.
Yeah, very Italian.
Yeah. Yeah, but okay. So in the Batman movie, Falcone died. He was killed by the Riddler. So now this leaves a vacuum, right? We're trying to figure out who's going to take over his spot.
Yeah.
Burrow.
Yeah.
The drunkard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone assumes it's going to be Alberto, his son, right?
Well, technically it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was going to be him.
Yeah.
But,
so we start off the show with so obviously Oswald is trying to like break in and steal some stuff from Falcone's vault, which was very empty, by the way. There's nothing in there.
It was just a folder.
A folder and some jewels, I guess.
You saying they should have threw in some more cash, or
I don't know why you got that big old vault. You ain't got
it was 2
nothing.
shelves.
Well, maybe
Only one shelf had a photo.
Maybe he did have some stuff in there and he took it out
Before
When he died? He didn't know he
Before
was
he-
going to die.
he didn't know he was gonna.
No,
die.
he didn't know he was gonna die. But I'm like, I feel like if you're smart, you constantly move your stuff.
But then why have a big old safe?
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Because
Well, I guess you can't make it smaller after you
because
make it
apparently
big.
people know about the safe.
But only
Yeah, but who's gonna? While he's alive, who's gonna go in there and break into that?
right.
Some idiot. They tried to steal penguin rims. It's a.
I'm gonna talk
purple
about
and gold
I'm gonna talk about that.
Maserati.
Right.
That's part of it.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
talk
that's
about
not
that.
smart. It's not
Not
smart.
So,
Or maybe
Uh,
that's why they did it. Street cred.
I don't know.
they got a lot of credit for that.
I did have some star submission about them trying to steal his rims. But okay, he breaks into the vault. He gets some dirt on that obviously Falcone had on some politician or whatever, but Alberto catches him.
Right.
Now,
Real slick.
yeah, that's what I was like. They start to showcase kind of his I'm saying ability like it's a power, but not really. But like he is really good at talking, I guess is the way you could put it, right?
Mhm.
Convincing people
Charismatic.
of things. So, he talks his way out of everything, and
Mhm.
that's how he pretty much did it throughout this episode.
Mhm.
Well, I think it's a good way to showcase his skills because really we know how this ends. Right? He ends up being one of the top mafia guys, right? I mean, that's
He
where the
should,
penguin
yeah.
ends up.
Mhm.
So I think it's kind of one thing I like about the show is like the character center is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And so like Darren was saying, it's like you could see his ability to talk his way out of trouble because he did it more than once. He did it with Alberto.
Mhm.
He almost did it with Sophia, but Sophia got the screw loose, and Sophia wasn't having it.
She's definitely
Sophia's
crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
see how big her
I got
eyes
some. I got some
as the
things.
show went on.
Yeah.
It's like, anybody else noticing this?
Yeah,
she's
I had to look her up because I wasn't sure if she was a real character.
She
and
is.
She is.
She is
She
a real
is.
character.
So I had to look her up, and I was
known
like,
as the
oh.
Hanged Man.
She's
Yeah,
crazy.
and that's also true to story.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll talk about her a little bit in movie facts, but I do like Darren saying, it's just like
Yeah, I
you
had
get
her
to
in my
see
movie facts too.
sort of the skills he has and how that he can use that to move his way up
Mhm.
and to basically take over the crime
Yeah.
in Gotham.
Yeah.
I dig that.
So he ends up weaseling his way out of being killed by Alberto, and convincing him that he was just there, to get the stuff for him. Like, oh, I respect you as the new head, of business here. And so they end up talking. Alberto's doing drugs because he's a junkie, right?
As Penguin do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he was like,
Yeah, I'm like,
booze
oh,
doesn't count, right?
yeah, drinking doesn't count.
You
It
know, I
does.
got him drinking, and now
it definitely
He got him
does.
drinking, then he got him doing drugs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But Alberto, because Penguin was talking to him pretty much about like old school
Yeah.
mob type things where, they were also kind of part of the community too. Like, you don't cross them, but like, he was an old mob boss, right? When he died, the community actually like threw some stuff for him.
Oh, like a
they-
parade or
Yeah,
something. I think
yeah.
you said, yeah.
And Alberto laughs at it, which obviously gets under Penguin's skin.
bad idea.
Yeah.
And he shot him like 5 times after that.
He knew he made a mistake though. He's like,
Yeah, they're like that impulsiveness. He's like, I shouldn't have done that. And I'm like, nah, you really shouldn't. Because I feel like you just created a whole bunch of problems for yourself.
Yeah, well, especially since he was there, he's in Penguin's club. If we were in a different situation, I mean, obviously, I feel like if I'm in this crime area, Alberto's got to go, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's got to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way to move up. But, don't take them out in your own club.
Yeah, pretty bad idea.
And also don't do it personally.
Yeah.
I'm sure all that was going through his head after he
Oh, yeah.
triggered several times.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah, so now
I
he's...
can understand that because I would have been like, you really for real? You know how long I've been around? Okay.
Yeah,
So,
but then
obviously.
also it probably has like also part of his character, like sort of his instant because he has a disability. And
Right.
I'm pretty sure people laugh at him a lot and blah blah blah. Then it's just like the last thing I need is for this fool to be laughing at me.
He's about to take on a crime family.
Yeah.
How long? Like, what effect is this gonna have on my reputation or the way I look and stuff like that? So
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny when he's trying to carry him down the stairs, and then he's just like, "Why am I doing this?" He
Yeah,
tells the body, and I'm
Makes
like, "Yeah,
sense.
why are you?"
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you struggle by yourself. Now you trying to with a body.
Mhm.
I agree. Like, man, just throw this dude down the
just throw him down
stairs.
the steps.
That's cool.
He's dead.
Yeah, you can't hurt him more.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so let's get to the Maserati. All right, so I agree with you. So he comes out and he's it's like maybe 4 or 5 boys trying to steal the rims off his car. Now his car is purple and gold.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's a purple Maserati. Now, even if you don't know it's the Penguins, if I saw that car, I'm not trying to steal something off of that car. You already know who has this car. Come on.
Yeah. Your reasoning is someone that has some kind of clout or money or of importance has this car.
Well, remember, the car's outside his club.
Yeah.
You know that car belongs to someone in the mafia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't touch that car.
The crime in Gotham is not unknown by anybody. Like, all right, we know where the crime starts. You know the family names and all that. You see their faces, like, you know who they are.
Yeah.
You live in Gotham City. So I feel like they knew.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking it was just maybe some like, hey, guess who we ripped off?
That's dumb.
Well, I mean, they're supposed to be young and dumb.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how they be thinking.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Don't steal from somebody that's like a crime boss, okay? Just don't.
Agreed.
I don't want to be in that situation, you know what I'm saying? Which is pretty much what they got, because he starts shooting at him. He accidentally shoots his car, which, I mean, all right, I guess. But then he catches one of them. And I don't know this actor's name. I know he was in...
he looks familiar.
The New Mutants, wasn't it?
Not New Mutants.
Runaways.
Runaways.
Okay.
The Runaways.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. He was in the Runaways.
Yeah.
And he, I guess Cobblepot has sort of got a little soft spot for him.
Yeah, because he has a stuttering problem.
Yeah. Which I feel him at that point. he was about to get shot. And he's like, police. And I'm like, hey,
take a breath.
and hey, yo, but no, for real. First of all, he obviously already has a problem, and then with that stress added onto
stress
it,
makes it worse.
Yeah. I feel him. I mean, I don't even have a stuttering problem, and I might have been like that. Like,
I actually have a speech impediment, but you wouldn't notice unless you like actually know.
Oh.
Like how I speak on a regular basis. But it's honestly easily knowable. More on that later.
Now everyone in the podcast listening to the podcast will.
Now they could be watching for it.
Wait, what is it? No. But obviously this kind of hits a soft spot for Oz, so he doesn't kill him.
Yeah, but instead forces him to work for him. I don't know if that's better.
Well, he thought about it. He was like, well, I can use him to help me get rid of the body. And he was going to kill him. Because he was like, this is a nice sunset.
That was like...
That's true.
Don't turn around.
I mean,
He was smart. He's like,
come on, man.
I can help you, man.
But
survival.
I think having him help with the body was a smart move anyway, because that stops him from talking, right? Because now you're an accessory.
Like you said,
I'm just saying, is it better for Victor?
Oh no, it's not better for Vic at all. No. I mean, well, it's better than being dead.
I don't know if
for now, because he can still at any point
you can still kill
be like, I gotta get rid of loose ends.
Catch bullets because now, I mean, we're in a mob war between the Falcons and the Maronis.
Well, at the beginning, you didn't know it was that much.
Yeah, but I'm like,
I mean, you just thought, like, now I'm helping this mob guy, which I honestly don't want to be in a position. I kind of feel you. I don't want to.
Because he purposely showed him and went on to tell him who he was.
Like, look, that's what you went to now.
I don't want to be caught up in mob.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
man.
like, he's just gonna get deeper and deeper, and
so you'd rather be dead.
But I don't know if you're Vic, you have he has nothing else.
Well, he does. Because they said I think he probably lost his family in the floods because they said the building he was living in that got destroyed.
Yeah.
And then I think, Oz mentioned to him, was like, I don't know if you lost anyone or not. And I'm like, he probably did.
He probably did, considering he did not go back to anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, for him, this might be like, go ahead.
I don't know. I just feel like we're playing a dangerous game right now.
Well, yeah, but it's like either you kill me now, or I go through this game and I try to survive. I might go ahead and make it.
As long as I don't get caught by Sophia, I think I'm good. Like either I get shot now or shot later.
All right.
Okay.
I mean,
she's not gonna shoot him.
That's what I said. Don't get caught by Sophia. So I think, to be honest, I think it's like it's bad either way.
Yeah. Okay.
So he can either just try to live for a little bit longer.
Basically, that's all you're doing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Try to live for a little bit longer. You might be able to sneak away somehow. Who knows? Or you might just.
Or maybe he just gets caught and goes to prison.
Or that.
Which can compare being caught by the mob is probably better.
Yeah, but he's involved in the mob, so he's probably not gonna make it in prison.
Well, no, he probably has mob protection then.
Oh, you guys, please.
What? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What? We just considering Vic's options here. Okay.
I'm just honestly thinking about, because like you go to prison in Gotham, the main crime guys in Gotham. There's more mafia in jail. Like depending on what side you on.
Yeah.
It might not be a great place for you.
Oh, that's true. It could be Dallas guys.
Inside or out, though, you gotta watch out. You gotta watch your back either way.
Yeah.
So I mean, either I make it out here or I don't.
No, I guess it would be interesting to see when this ends where he lands.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, true.
Yeah.
But for now, though, he looked like he want to earn his keep. So
I mean, I guess he doesn't have a choice. I mean, like
no,
you said,
he doesn't have a choice.
You just continue to make yourself useful.
Mm-hmm.
And benefit from this however you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's what happened. So he helps him with the body. Notice that besides the fact that he shot him at night, he moved the body during the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if that's because they're worried about Batman.
Didn't think about it.
Because otherwise, why would you move the body during the day?
Yeah. Even in other Batman movies, Joker said like, I know why you have your meeting in broad daylight.
Right. Or I mean, remember, Gotham is so corrupt. It's probably just like they're not worried about the cops.
Oh, well, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because the cops see them and they be like, oh, no.
Yeah, like the cops is on somebody's payroll.
Right.
Yeah.
So the cops might have helped them with the body, honestly. Yeah. Wait for the cops.
But yeah, that is a good point. It is a Batman operates at night, so you do your dirt in the open, and like we said, like
the
city,
cops
so
is not gonna stop.
Yeah, they just like another dead body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's Gotham City for you.
Yeah. So this is where the scene y'all were talking about, which I thought was a really good scene, where he's just like, all right, hold on, it's a really good sunrise over there. You should take a look at it. And I'm like, all right, come on, man. And that's how Vic responded too. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
Come on, dog. Like I can help you, man. I can be of use somehow.
Yeah.
That's survival instinct, though. Like, look, if you turn around and look at the sunset, that's it.
Yeah.
Your last sunset.
Yeah.
So how can you avoid this? Like, look, man, I can help you. I can do this, that, and other. You better market yourself.
But in a way, I guess he exhibits the same skills that the Penguin has too, right? Like we already talked about how I don't know why your phone be so insanely loud.
He got that volume up.
But yeah, he's in the same position. Like no one looks at him because of his disability.
You're right.
So,
well, what I was thinking of is that his ability to, I guess, talk his way out of trouble.
Yeah.
He's like, because twice now he talked his way out for the Penguin to say, like, hey, man, you don't have to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
And the Penguin's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll keep you around. And I mean, he proved useful.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Yeah, so.
Initially, though, it was the Penguin's soft spot for his disability.
Yes.
Because once he started looking at that, you can see his demeanor kind of change. He's like, all right, dude, hey,
Yeah, and I think he does have like a soft spot for this kid. Like the kid has no one, and he's just like, I can't kill him.
Yeah,
like you're just sad.
Well, yeah, I mean, as soon as he looked at his ID and he realized that like where he lived didn't exist anymore. Yeah. And stuff. So yeah.
And they're from the same neighborhood, so it's just kind of like. Yeah.
Which I think creates an interesting dynamic too for the show. So I want to see where it goes. Maybe Vic becomes somebody. I don't think he's an actual character.
He is not.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he probably dies or something.
Ah, man.
Yeah, right. I would kind of hate that, but I want to just see how far it goes.
Yeah, I would like to see where he's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
well, we ain't got to that part yet.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Well, okay. So we're gonna get to the introduction of Sophia, right? Mm-hmm. Because the Falcons call in Oz, and they're gonna basically end his whole business or whatever. Mm-hmm. And Sophia pops up there, and I have to say, from the time she came onto the screen, she's intimidating. Mm-hmm. I'm like, she looks like somebody. I'm like, yeah, let's not mess. Let's not mess with her, okay?
Yeah. Well, I think that was kind of his like, oh, you're not in Arkham anymore.
Yeah, and then they mentioned Arkham, and I'm like,
yeah. Like, who let you out?
Some of the safest people.
Yeah.
And she's like, we should grab something to eat. And he's like, and he's like, now? Yeah.
But she's looking for her brother, and see, this is why you don't have showy stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Isn't this what happened to the American Gangster? Right?
Yep.
Fur coat got him.
Yeah. So because of she recognized at this point he drives a purple car.
Mm-hmm. Purple, like a Maserati's already recognizable,
right?
But yours are purple.
Yeah, but yours has
plum Maserati,
trimmed in gold.
Yeah.
Just
and it was outside the club.
Yeah.
At the same time that her brother went in the club.
Yeah. Which is like people are gonna notice that, right? Yep. They're gonna notice a purple Maserati. So, but anyway, yeah, she's trying to figure out where's her brother because she's like, I haven't heard from him, right? Mm-hmm. And speaking of which, Sophia is Falcon's daughter. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they go out to eat, man. And I'm just like, why is she eating like that, right? She's like,
she ate like she hasn't eaten in days.
I was like, ooh, okay. Yeah. But she pretty much led on immediately that she's like on to him to the fact that he probably is the one that killed Alberto. But he did talk his way out of this one.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Which was pretty good.
Yeah.
Takes a point.
So I guess the question is now, what do you do?
Well, he was going to leave town.
Which he should have. Don't listen to your crazy mother.
His mama.
Like, I'm like, look.
She's like, did I raise a P word? And I'm like, oh. Well, this is why he's like this. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess he decided I'm going to stay. And then that's why Sophia was like waiting for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was leaving town the best bet, though? I mean, you don't think the Falcons would have found him?
Is he good at hiding? He might be.
I don't know.
Well, he was leaving with the car.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, no, he was.
Cars.
Yeah, he did switch cars. Yeah.
Whatever that thing was.
It was a station wagon.
Yeah, like, I mean, at least it buys you more time. It's better than coming back home and they sitting outside your door.
Yeah. I guess so. But anyway, I think he came up with a good plan. Because they were watching some old-timey movie about a scapegoat. And he's like, so create a scapegoat. So Alberto had Salvatore Maroni's ring.
Yeah.
Who is Mr. Crab. He's played by Mr. Krabs.
Yes.
So his plan was he gave the ring back to him in prison, and then they had the car show up at the Falcons with Alberto's body in the trunk.
And his
payback on that.
Yeah, and his pinky.
His pinky was cut off. Yeah. So it makes it look like the Maronis are the one.
Yeah.
That got him. And then, like,
see, he left his ring with Salvatore in prison.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you're gonna be walking around with this ring in prison.
Yep.
He's got his pinky cut off. Everybody knew that, his dad wore that ring.
Yeah.
So now he wore it. They got him, cut his pinky off, killed him, and
Yeah.
That's smart.
So it's smart.
Yeah.
And then are you going to not take credit for that?
Right, it makes sense to take credit
while he was being tortured.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about. Okay, let's say this garrote thing under the armpit.
Oh, geez.
By the way, I'm giving you all the secrets. It's like, you're not doing that to me.
I'm
telling
it's like
you
some
everything.
razor wire. He put some razor wire under his armpit. It was.
Yeah, so I was like, eventually, it's
once it
cutting
gets
through.
so far, it's gonna hit that artery right there, and then there's nothing you can do at that point.
You'd have just right. I was like, here, I'm telling you everything.
All right, so here's what
I'm telling you everything.
And then, like, look, if we talking about Sophia crazy, she looked her craziest in this scene, and I'm like,
yep.
And then she
shot the kid with no
shot
problem.
the kid, because they picked up one of the kids that messed up his car again. He got found out because he's driving a purple car, so they're like, that's where they were stealing from, and it was the night Alberto went missing. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So she's like, oh, you're saying he lying, so you're saying he lied to me, and so she just shoots him.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, because he was like, you gonna believe a stupid teenager over me? She was like, oh,
tell me he's lying. Yeah, I'm telling you he's lying.
Yeah. Oh, so he's lying. Okay.
So I was like, all right. Why would she care?
She doesn't care, but also proves that how he doesn't.
He doesn't care either.
I mean, I wouldn't expect him to.
Or the kids.
No, I wouldn't expect him to, and I'm glad it was like that too. It was just oh no, like I just got to. It's just like, yo, I'm alive.
Right.
I mean, I do think he was a little bit like, geez, because he's not just killing some random kid, but still.
I don't know. He was ready.
Man,
to
that
kill
dude that
Vic.
got hit by the school bus though.
Oh,
he was ready to kill Vic because he had to kill Vic.
I don't know. I just feel like he didn't care. Not
I'm with Dora.
He didn't care.
Yeah, I'm with Doris.
He doesn't care at all.
Especially,
I don't think. I think my point is, I don't think he's as ruthless as like Sophia is.
Yeah, well, it's like he may not would have done that, but her doing it, I feel like it didn't have no effect on him.
Well, no, as long as he lives.
Yeah.
Especially since he knows how she is. It's like, all right, well, yeah, I expect that.
Yeah.
But this is what I gotta do to save my tail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do it.
Yeah. So that creates an interesting dynamic. So now he gets let off the hook because they think it's the Maronies. And so now he's there with Vic and he's got to try and build his empire. So that's where we at. It's going to come out every Sunday, I think.
Yeah. His clothes on, though. I feel like that was, he was clothes on.
Well, she said they were stripped naked every day in Arkham. So,
like you were stripped naked. Like, for me to be naked. Like, what's going on? You want to see this?
Fair enough. A lot of things what I gotta say about the show. What I like about it is just, I don't know, the street level stuff that we get in it. Comparing it to Marvel TV, since Marvel and DC is generally, the comparison. I think I like this because it is more down to earth than the, oddly enough, the fantastical things you get in the Marvel TV shows.
But I mean, but isn't that the whole point? Like, because Marvel's more like superheroes and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, even Matt Reeves said, like, with the Batman, is like he wanted it to be more grounded.
Yeah.
And then we're pulling a character from that movie into this, and you're picking a street level mafia guy. Like, it has no choice but to be grounded. And then, they're saying, like, hey, Batman's not showing up in this. And I'm like,
well, good. Yeah.
That's good. That's completely fine. Because one thing about the show is kind of like, and like, it's a little early to say it because we don't know how it's going to end. But it's kind of like what I wanted out of the Gotham show.
Oh yeah.
And like that first season of Gotham to me was really good because it had the mafia and them fighting for power, and that's what it was about. And like Gotham lost its way when it started doing villains of the week and started introducing all of these character after character after character, and didn't need to do that. So I think it benefits for being a more grounded down because now like this is like The Sopranos with the Penguin.
Yeah. This is it's a mob show, which you know what, it could, like, fair enough. I'm interested in seeing a Gotham mob show. I do like
points
that.
To what we all kind of think about when Batman's not around, because there's times when he's not
Bruce
around.
Wayne.
Okay, what's happening in Gotham when Batman's not around? And this is kind of like showing that. You know what I mean?
And it always give elements of that, like in past movies and also like in the cartoon, where it's just like the mafia is still running things behind the scenes without Batman's knowledge. Like Batman has to like catch them and figure out what's going on. Yeah. So it's like we're seeing it from their side of it, right? Instead of from Batman's side, where it's okay, this person died. I have to figure out why this person died, who killed them, and now I'm going after them.
Yeah,
we're seeing it.
I would, and you can even still do small things like when he came up into his shop and one of his guys got shot by a rival gang or something like that. You can still do things where it was like, oh, last night we got hit by Batman, right? You don't have to put him in the show, but you still feel his presence.
Even if they had like a little, like say like a little shadowy remnants of Batman fleeing the scene or whatever like that, I'd be fine with that. But like, I don't want to see a full on Batman. Like even in the earlier times when they were talking about, we see Batman here helping them. I'm like, don't show him. Yeah. Like don't show.
Oh yeah,
like,
at the end of the show.
Like please don't show him. Yeah. But like, and they didn't. Because I want the show to remain, what happens about the Penguin outside of Batman.
Well, because the point of the show is to see Penguin get to hit the top to where he's supposed to be at. So I think that's nice. Comparing it to. I was just thinking about like these superhero shows that we really like, comparing it to like Daredevil, where it was grounded. And I think sometimes, not saying that you can't go on the larger storytelling with superheroes and whatnot, but maybe take some cues and tell some smaller stories.
Yeah, because everything doesn't have to be earth shattering. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like sometimes there's smaller pockets of stories, right? Like this story is just about Penguin's rise to the top. It doesn't need to be about a larger threat to Gotham or a terrorist. It doesn't have to be about any of that things. And I think, especially since we're talking about TV shows, they benefit more from just being about a certain thing at a certain time and just a small scale conflict.
Yeah. And you can flesh out characters more in a show than like in a movie, because in a movie you have time constraints. So it's like a lot of times a story about a character moves on a lot faster because you got to introduce the character, give them what's the reason behind on why they're doing what they're doing. What's their motivation? Whereas like you can get more deep into a story with a show when you're able to show 8, 10, 12 episodes of something.
I agree.
Absolutely.
These are the stories that we
so far it seems pretty good. Only one episode, so we got to see where it goes.
Yeah, I wish they would do 2. It's kind of hard.
It was a long episode, though.
It was a long.
Yeah, but you don't really get a feel for a show after. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I liked it, but I really don't know what. You know what I mean? Like, because a show could start off like, oh, okay, that was decent, and then go down.
Just go off the rails. Yeah.
It can. Although I feel like they gave us a pretty decent amount of what the show is going to be about. We can kind of see what direction it's going in. And when it ended, it like them shows that end like leaving you wanting more. Like we didn't give you everything this episode, but we gave you enough to have you thinking like, man, I can't wait to the next episode. So now it ends and you're like, wow, what are they gonna go from there?
Like I could definitely watch episode 2. Yeah.
Well, I say it like this. You know how like Doris always say like, oh, I don't really care about this character or something like that when it comes to certain shows or movies. But it's just like already you care about the Penguin, you care about Victor, and you're concerned about Sophia.
Well,
already.
I think one thing that is good is that they kind of make you root for the villain. I mean, because the Penguin is a villain.
Yeah.
And but even if when Batman is involved, it's like I don't really hate any of his rogue gallery people. You know what I mean? Just like it's like okay, they're bad guys, and I want Batman to win. But at the end of the day, it's like I don't hate these people.
I feel like they all have a backstory that kind of makes you think like, oh, he has a reason for doing what he's doing.
Yeah, I feel like that's what makes his. I feel like that's what makes his villains so popular too. Because it's like he doesn't have like the strongest of villains when compared to other superheroes. But it's like people relate to his villains more because of the tragic beginning of what led them to what made them who they are. And I feel like, and I hate this, that now where it's just like, oh, they always want to do like a villain story. were like with Sony with Spider-Man. But it's like, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's
they're not going about it. It's different.
They're not going about it.
It's different.
Way,
Plus, Batman exists here, right?
Also,
I mean, the entirety of this show happened because of the Batman movie.
Yeah.
Right. It is a little different.
well, I guess what I'm saying is that it's like the Penguin's not a good guy.
Yeah.
Right.
But like as Derek was saying, at the end of the day, it's like I want him to succeed. And like, how often can something make you really root for the guy who you really probably shouldn't be rooting for?
Because they did a good job of having you see it from his perspective,
exactly.
as opposed to you know the law or whatever. Like, the law, he's a bad guy, we don't care. But no, they got to see it from Penguin's perspective. We kind of see how even when they called him in, he was like, yeah, they want to show up, make me feel little, so they can feel big, so they can feel good, blah blah blah. It kind of like puts you on his side.
Yeah.
Like, you know? So he is a likable. He's a likable character.
I mean, another point to that, he was in every scene of this episode, right? We didn't cut off and go follow Victor or see what Sophia was doing. Every scene was with Penguin in it, right? So, like you said, we're following from his perspective, and we're seeing his side of the story, which is really good. Yeah. So, I hope it does well for the rest of it. It's interesting that this isn't the route DC's going for their universe or whatever, but
yeah, it sucks.
It was really bone chilling though when they had when he had Victor drive his car, and then they kept showing Victor looking to the right.
Yeah,
and then they showed how Penguin was looking at him. I'm like, terrified. He was just looking at him like.
Right. Like don't like, get crazy.
Like, you know who I am, right?
Don't drive this off the road. Don't go into no wall.
Hey man, when he got in that other car chase, I was like, man, if I'm Penguin after being chased down by Batman, I don't want to be in any other car chase.
There's also that.
I would think so.
Yeah. But all right, movie facts or show facts.
Some show facts. Just a couple. The guy who plays Carmine Falcone, I'm guessing there will be some flashbacks in the show, was replaced with Mark Strong because of scheduling conflicts. So it's a different person, but different actor, same person, apparently. As we already stated, this takes place 1 week after the events of the movie, so it's 1 week after the walls done collapsing, bombs and whatever. So we talked about changing his name from Cobblepot to Cobb. Darren seems to be the only one who likes to change.
I said it was fine, but all right.
So they changed it solely because they felt like Cobblepot didn't sound like a real last name.
Oh, I mean, it sounds like a real last name.
It sounds like They was like they wanted to make the character feel more grounded, so they changed his name to Cobb.
Their family in the past probably made Cobblepots. I don't know.
Right.
Pennyworth?
Yeah.
That's a real last name.
I know some Pennyworth. Like, no, you don't.
But how do we know? How do we know there's no Cobblepots out there?
There probably is.
That's all I'm saying. So how are you gonna say this doesn't sound real? I just want all the Cobblepots to rise up and let them like, yo, don't disrespect me.
All right, so I will agree with you that they changed it for no reason.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just disagree that it's that big of a deal.
It's not a big deal. It's dumb and unnecessary.
Yeah. But no, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. I will agree to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So apparently the Penguin will appear in the Batman Part 2.
Oh, well, okay.
Of course.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And the show was originally only going to be released on HBO Max, which is the app, but then they decided to actually air it on HBO too.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's going
simultaneous.
Yeah, I think it's simultaneous.
Okay.
Like, I think it drops on the app, but if you turned on HBO, if
you
someone
can watch it.
Has cable, you can watch it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't have, like, the only way I watch TV is through a streaming service now. So
yeah. So I did a little research on Sophia because I wasn't sure if she was a real character or not.
I did too.
And Alberto was also a real character.
Yep.
So they're both Carmine.
He's somebody, Holiday Man or something like that.
He was the Holiday Killer.
Holiday Killer.
Yep.
Yeah.
From the Long Halloween
Which I'm like,
storyline.
I watched that movie and I don't remember this at all. So I guess I need to watch it again.
I gotta watch it again.
Comic.
I gotta watch it again.
Yeah. So basically she shows up to help to figure out who the Holiday Killer is. It turns out that was her brother Alberto, who ends up being killed by Two-Face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
that's how it ends.
Bro, I just didn't remember it. So anyway, he was killing people with correlation to holidays on a calendar. But then it turns out
they thought it was the Joker at first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then it turns out that Sophia is also a murderer.
Yes.
Called the Hangman, because she was been killing people of the Gotham City Police Department.
Yeah.
For
hanging them.
Oh, see, they never say why she was called the Hangman. Wikipedia didn't. Yeah.
She hung them.
Yeah. And so, anyways, think about Gotham City Police Department. So originally, after the Batman movie, there was going to be a series called the GCPD, based off the Gotham, I guess, in their version of Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
But that got scrapped. And then they end up, Matt Reeves ended up taking elements from that show that they were going to do and putting into this show. So, not really sure because...
I feel like if they did that right, it could be also an interesting...
So like a cop show, but in Gotham?
To show like how deep the corruption goes.
Yeah, it could be very interesting.
Could be pretty good.
And you can introduce like Gordon's moving up.
Yeah,
which that's what Gotham should have been.
Yeah, because I was thinking like watching this, it's like I wouldn't mind seeing a few cops. I know it was about the Penguin, but there was a couple of cops around, basically trying to. You kind of like how in American Gangster, it was about that guy. Yeah. But then you also had the cops who's like just basically like, we're gonna get you.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't mind if there was a cop or two in there, just like basically like there's a war happening and we want to stop it.
Yeah.
But no, I mean it's not necessary, but I wouldn't be mad at it.
I think I was just done right.
That was my last movie fact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the same ones I had. So
cool. Any nitpicks?
I honestly don't, because when I was like, well, why did he do that? And then it's like in the next scene it would be answered. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have any.
I just had them still in the rims.
Yeah.
Off of the obviously like gangster car.
Well, in the Batman story lore, Jason Todd was trying to steal rims off the Batmobile.
Well, I mean,
you know Batman's not gonna kill you.
Yeah. I'm about to say Batman's not gonna kill you. That's a different.
Okay, so he gonna break his arms and legs.
He's gonna drop him from the height. That won't kill him.
I don't know if I want to get beat up like that.
I don't want that either. So yeah, okay, I get that.
Yeah, I steal rims from another car, not the Batmobile.
It's a better choice than again an obviously gangster's vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, so I guess we'll rate it so far, and then we'll probably return at the end of the season.
Yes, so we'll
return. Or if there's like a super good episode that comes up.
Come on, y'all not about to watch this every week.
I'm going to watch it every week.
I will.
I'm not going to watch it every week.
Y'all didn't watch X-Men 97 every week.
I didn't watch X-Men 97.
Well, it was like not on the actual day that it got released, but I watched it.
Oh, so you were the only one who had to catch up?
It was just me.
Yeah, I watched it
every week. I watched
it. Because I was like, we couldn't tell them about the Gambit dying episode.
I'm just like, how could this dude be so far behind? It made no sense. Talking about a show like where you wanted to watch the next episode.
Yes.
Well, I was able to binge it.
I'm going to binge.
Next week on X-Men.
I'm going to binge this one only simply because I'm going out of town to give me something to watch.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to save up some episodes.
I'll rate this. I pay for that. So
Same.
far.
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pay for that.
Yeah, so far. Yeah, it seems like a pretty good show. And hopefully it continues. If you enjoy The Penguin, let us know in the comment sections wherever you are listening or watching our podcast. And we will catch you in the next one.